I've noticed we're losing subscribers. Not the YouTube kind, but the kind that swore they'd be in my life forever. Funny how that works. One day you're surrounded by people who claim to love you, and the next, you're watching them walk away like you were just another phase in their lives. By the way, if you're here, do me a favor, subscribe. It's free, and unlike some people in my life, you won't regret sticking around. I never thought my life would turn into the kind of story you only hear about in movies: betrayal, heartbreak, and the ultimate test of resilience. But here I am, 6 months pregnant, raising 2 kids, and discovering that the 2 people I trusted most, my husband and my childhood best friend, have been stabbing me in the back for months. My husband and I have been together since I was 19, married for 6 years. He was my rock, my safe place. Or so I thought. Life hasn't been easy lately. My father, my only parent left, has been battling stage 3 colon cancer, and the doctors recently told us that he only has months left. My dad is my hero. His bare hugs could fix any broken heart, and his laugh made the world seem lighter. Now, as his health declines, I've been struggling to keep it together. Through all of this, my husband has been there. Supportive. Loving. He encouraged me to quit my job to spend more time with my dad. He reassured me when we found out I was pregnant again. He helped with the kids. I thought, despite everything, at least I had him. At least I had my best friend too. We had been inseparable since birth. Our mothers were best friends before us. She was the one I ran to the moment I found out about my dad's prognosis. She held me while I cried for hours. She was family. And yet, this morning as I turned off my husband's work alarm, my entire world shattered. A text popped up from her on his lock screen. I'm assuming since there hasn't been an angry pregnant lady on my doorstep, you haven't told her about us yet. Time stopped. My hands shook as I picked up his phone and read through their messages. 4 months. 4 months they had been sleeping together. For months they had been lying to me. There were no warning signs, no late-night work excuses, no suspicious behavior. Just a perfect betrayal hidden in plain sight. The worst part? She always called him her brother. I didn't confront him right away. I couldn't. Not today. Today I needed to breathe, to plan, to process the complete destruction of my life. Because tomorrow I would burn it all down. By morning I had gathered everything: evidence, legal documents, financial records. My lawyer was locked in. My job? Ready to take me back, but my lawyer advised me to hold off for now. My mother-in-law, the only mother figure I have left, is furious. She told me I will always have her, but as far as she's concerned, she no longer has a son. And my best friend's mother? She was devastated. She held me, cried with me, apologized over and over. Then she said something I didn't expect. I'm cutting her off. She's not my daughter anymore. The storm is coming and I'm ready. My ex-best friend? Dead to me. My husband? He has no idea what's about to hit him. Tomorrow I take back my life. The reckoning came faster than I expected. I wasn't interested in revenge, in elaborate mind games, or in making him suffer the way he made me suffer. I just wanted out. I wanted peace. But the universe had other plans. While my soon-to-be ex-husband Tyler and his parents gathered for what he thought was just a normal family get-together, I was already hours away at my dad's cabin, surrounded by the only people who truly mattered: my kids, my father, and the one person from my ex-best friend's family who wasn't a complete disgrace: her brother Jake. Meanwhile, back at the house, my lawyer, my mother-in-law Ruth, and my ex-best friend's mother Angie were handling the big reveal. And Angie? She wasn't about to let this moment go to waste. She put together a slideshow. Yes, a full, detailed slideshow of all the texts, messages, and proof of betrayal. Every disgusting word, every lie, every moment of deception. The whole room had to sit through it, trapped in the nightmare I had been living for months. Tyler lost it. He tried lunging at Jess, my ex-best friend, screaming at her that she would regret this. Joe, his father, had to physically force him to sit back down. Jess, the so-called best friend, who had pretended to be my sister, started crying and begging her parents for forgiveness. Bob, her father, didn't even blink. He looked his daughter straight in the eye and said, "You are no daughter of mine." Jess had always been a daddy's girl. That cut deeper than any of the screaming. Her parents cut her off, completely. No more financial support for her divorce. No more family ties. She was on her own. Tyler's dad? He was seething. According to Ruth, it looked like he was barely holding himself back from hitting his own son. Tyler stormed out and went home, where he quickly discovered that the life he had destroyed was already gone. Most of my things, the kids' things, anything I wanted, all of it was already out of the house. That's when he snapped. He trashed the house. screaming, throwing things, putting holes in the walls. Then when he realized I wasn't coming back, he went to my dad's house. Except, I wasn't there. We were already safe at the cabin. That didn't stop him from trying to break down my dad's door with a baseball bat. He failed. And my dad's neighbor, bless them, called the cops. Tyler was arrested. And his parents? They refused to bail him out. As for me, I spent the day doing what I needed to do. I met with my therapist, let out everything I had been holding in, and felt something I hadn't felt in weeks. Relief. My children will be okay. I will be okay. Tyler and Jess burned their worlds down, and I walked away with mine still intact. And as far as I'm concerned, they no longer exist. I knew this wouldn't be easy. After everything, after the betrayal, after the lies, I expected anger. I expected regret. What I didn't expect was the complete unraveling of both Tyler and Jess. Jess started blowing up my phone, demanding that I fix this situation, because apparently, I'm the one who destroyed her life, not her own choices. My lawyer advised me not to block her, just in case she spills more useful information, so I watched as she oscillated between blaming me for her parents cutting her off and accusing me of stealing the love of her life. Which is ironic, considering I was the one who introduced them. Tyler, on the other hand, went through a full emotional breakdown in my messages. At first, he begged for forgiveness. Then, when I didn't respond, he threatened to call the police on me for kidnapping our children. And then, bingo. He admitted Jess wasn't the only one. That's all I needed. The messages were a mess, from groveling to insults to rage to threats and back again. It was exhausting even to read them and honestly, terrifying. But I refused to let them break me. Originally, I was willing to split custody. But after seeing his instability, his rage, and his inability to control himself, I knew I couldn't risk it. I sent everything to my lawyer, including proof of his arrest. When she suggested we pursue full custody, I agreed without hesitation. As for Tyler and Jess, I don't think they're going to last. He blames her for ruining our marriage, as if he didn't have any responsibility in the matter. But honestly, they deserve each other. Jake, my ex-best friend's brother, has stepped up in ways I never expected. He took 30 days of leave from work to help me and the kids get settled at my dad's house. Just knowing he's here in case Tyler tries to show up again brings me a level of comfort I can't even describe. Last night, after the kids were asleep, we played Diablo 4 together, just something mindless to take my mind off things. And somewhere in the middle of it, he told me he's always had feelings for me. But he also told me not to say anything back. He knows I'm not ready and he respects that. He just wanted me to know. Right now, love is the last thing on my mind. But I refuse to let Tyler destroy my belief in it completely. I will move on from this. And Tyler? He can sit in the wreckage of his own choices. Well, I knew it was only a matter of time before things spiraled even further. Jess, oh, excuse me, Jade, decided to out herself in the worst way possible. She found my post, or more likely someone sent it to her, and she lost her mind. Instead of taking accountability, instead of showing even a shred of remorse, she went full delusional mode. She straight up admitted that she knew Tyler had feelings for her back when I was 19, but she never told me why she was so insistent that I break up with him. She was engaged to another man at the time, and she let me walk straight into a marriage with Tyler, knowing what he was capable of. Oh, and the cherry on top? She wished a miscarriage on me. That's when I knew, Jess isn't just selfish. She's evil. And the internet roasted her for it. Her real name got exposed because of her own meltdown, and now people in her life are turning on her. Her own parents disowned her. Her ex-husband left her. And now Tyler is blaming her for everything falling apart. She ruined her own life with her jealousy and obsession. But honestly, that's not my problem. Tyler finally realizes I'm serious. Meanwhile, Tyler found my post. He texted me asking if I was really going through with the divorce. I told him yes. And I didn't say anything else. No explanations. No arguing. No emotions. Just yes. I think that's when reality hit him. Because for the first time since this all started, he stopped blowing up my phone. No more threats. No more desperate pleas. Just silence. And you know what? Feels amazing. I don't know what's next for them. I don't really care. All I know is that I'm focusing on my kids, my dad, and myself. And for the first time in a long time, I feel free. Tyler finally gave up the fight. After realizing I wasn't bluffing about the divorce, he apologized. Probably the most genuine one I've ever heard from him. He asked if there was any hope of reconciliation, but my answer was firm. No. We talked about the kids and he agreed to supervised visits. That's all I can ask for right now. My lawyer and I had another meeting, but nothing major came of it. The process is moving along. As of now, I have full custody while Tyler works through his therapy and anger management. Maybe one day I'll trust him again with unsupervised visits. Maybe not. That's a decision for the future, not today. The hardest goodbye. My dad's health took a turn for the worse, and I barely had time to process everything before he was hospitalized indefinitely. A week later he was gone. Even though I knew it was coming, the loss hit me harder than I ever expected. He was my rock, the person I leaned on when my world was crumbling. Now I have to navigate life without him. I miss him more than words can say. I decided to name the baby after him. It just felt right. It's my way of keeping a piece of him with me. The kids are adjusting as best as they can. I've set up therapy for them and my oldest has the most questions. I'm waiting until our therapy session to have those deep conversations. I want to make sure I answer in a way that helps, not hurts. There are good moments too. My oldest made the traveling soccer team and the baby is healthy and growing strong despite all the stress. I'm managing. That's the best way to put it. Jake. A steady presence, a patient heart. Jake had to go back to California. He tried extending his leave but the military wouldn't allow it. I'll never be able to repay him for everything he did in those first few weeks after my dad's passing. He picked up the slack when I didn't have the energy and when I broke down after the kids were in bed, he was there. Nothing romantic has happened between us. No kisses, no confessions beyond what he already told me. Just quiet support. He calls and texts every day and he made it clear, he meant every word. He'll wait as long as I need, even if that means just being my friend forever. I want to say I'm ready to jump in, but I'm not. My heart is still raw from the betrayal. I asked him for space, for friendship, for time. He gave me all three without hesitation. That kind of patience is rare. Jess's downfall. And now, for what most of you have been waiting for, Jess and Tyler. They didn't last. He left her high and dry. I don't wish misery on anyone, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel a small sense of satisfaction watching her life implode. She's been completely blacklisted. Her own family cut her off, and people who once tolerated her now want nothing to do with her. For those wondering why her own parents disowned her, it's simple. I was more their daughter than she ever was. Angie was my surrogate mom. She held my hand when I delivered my kids. She gave me the talks my own mom never got the chance to. My parents had it in their will that if anything ever happened to both of them, I would go to Angie. That's how deep our bond went. So when Jess betrayed me, she didn't just betray a friend. She betrayed her entire family. She did this to herself. Moving forward, this chapter of my life is finally closing. It hasn't been easy and there's still so much healing left to do. I'm still mourning my dad. I'm still coming to terms with my marriage ending. Some days, the weight of being a single mom feels unbearable. But I'm putting one foot in front of the other. And I'm not alone. I have Angie. I have my kids. I have Jake. Even from miles away, he's there. And I have all of you. Your support has been a light in my darkest days. Every comment, every message, every kind word has meant more than I can say. Thank you for being here. For standing by me. For reminding me that even after the storm, there's still light. If there's one thing I've learned from all of this, it's this. Never be afraid to walk away from what doesn't serve you. Whether it's a toxic marriage, a fake friendship, or a situation that drains your soul, leaving is sometimes the most powerful act of self-love. I stayed longer than I should have because I thought I had to. I thought I owed it to my kids, to my past, to my marriage. But in reality, staying was only hurting me and them. Walking away isn't giving up, it's choosing yourself. I also learned the power of real, unconditional love. Love from people who show up for you. My dad, Angie, Jake, my kids, they're my real family. And sometimes family isn't about blood. It's about who stands beside you when your world falls apart. Does this story resonate with you? Have you ever had to walk away from something that no longer served you? Have you experienced betrayal, heartbreak, or loss? If my story speaks to you, I want to hear from you. Share your experiences in the comments. Like this post if you believe in choosing yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your support has meant the world to me. Thank you for being here, for standing by me, and for reminding me that even after the storm, there's still light.